like I said, I'm giving you all a chance to get in here. First person in, please let me know if I'm clear over the light breeze. There's nothing more soothing than that sound right there. That the water's making. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. That sound right there. There's nothing more soothing than that. Well, I guess it all depends on your vibration, your own frequency. You listen to rock and roll, you feel me? If you listen to rock and roll, I don't think you ain't got the right vibrations to enjoy that. But if you ever find yourself a little sick, not so much, physically sick, but physically sick as well. But if you ever find yourself like down, I'm not down to anything. I'm just a wise servant of nature. But if you ever find yourself down or something, you can, and you have a spot that has a large body of water, where to soak up or suck up all of your negative energies or your depression. It's all about space. Your negativity is taking, space up within, in perspective. And so, when you become a little depressed or down, we like to close ourselves in. And this is what the negativity does, As it grows, like I said, the depression or negativity within you is like a space. As that space grows within you, it causes you to kind of close in your own space. You may live in a mansion and just be in one room because you're depressed. So you're like, I ain't leaving out the bathroom. I ain't leaving out this bathroom. So I mean in that way. If you're a little depressed, you want to always put yourself in the broadest space you can. The space. It should soak up, whatever small spaces of negativity you have brewing within. Of course, when you go back to whatever space you do your venting in, whatever space you're in when you're always aggravated. So you have to remember you left the energies there, and they will be waiting on you. And so you get my point? After emotional flush, or whatever the case may be, you want to go back to your dwelling's place and maybe wipe it down, with cold water. Don't use incense or sage or any of that stuff. That's not how you clear your energy or your space. Like I told you guys before, negative energies, they like sweet smelling things, no different than positive energies. It's just like negative people. They like the finer they like the finer stuff in life too. They just negative though. But you feel me? Sweet smells is going to attract a negative person too. They like, that smell good. What y'all got brewing over here? Now they probably steal it, but you get my point? You have to look at energies in life like that. Everything wants dibs on the sweet stuff, but you have to balance everything out. And so I don't clear my space with like sage or any other sort of sorcery. These is things that you breathe in and they start to alter the mental state. Incense, all these sweet smelling aromas, they have slight psychedelic powers. Maybe you look it up. I know y'all like to Google a lot, so maybe you look that up. And smelling them things like that, you feel me? It's way more deeper than a lot of people know. Meaning a lot of y'all burn incense a lot and you a little throwed off, but because you throwed off, you ain't really you ain't really paying attention and realizing like, man, maybe it's these incense and it's sage. But you want to stay away from those things. If you somebody that promote those things, I'm not speaking against you. I don't even know that you exist, but I'm just saying. You want to wipe down your space with water. Water's the purifier. And so when you're trying to clear out your space of negative energies, you want to, wipe the walls down with water, the floors, and then maybe open up your windows or doors so you can get a nice draft blowing through. And you let that draft blow through for maybe 5-10 minutes. Maybe you freeze a little bit, but this is good. And then you get my point? Close everything up, get that heat going, and nothing feels better than when you're freezing and then you get to cuddle up under a blanket or something because it's freezing, and you warming up. Nothing feels better than that. Maybe it's a New York thing, I don't know. But nothing feels better than being freezing cold and, going into a nice fire or warm place, It's nothing more soothing than that. Oh man, I hope they don't let their dog go. I apologize. One of the neighbors pulled up with their dog, but I don't know if they see me. Let that thing loose to run around thinking there ain't nobody out here. I hate to have to do a 187 on a pit bull, you feel me? No, I'm just playing. Now, where was I at? I apologize. Let's get to this deep content. Try to keep my focus and keep my eye on this pit bull. Nothing worse than getting bit by a pit bull in the wintertime. Now, I want to do this video explaining how the fingerprint is the vibrational pattern of the soul. Our soul being the vibration. Our voice or our sound being an extension of that vibration, which is the soul. So you have a unique fingerprint that only you have. You have a unique voice that only you have. And these two things are emerging from the vibration, meaning you have sound, and all sound is coming from its silent vibration. So I mean in that way, your voice is coming from a vibration within you. That vibration is the soul. Now, that vibration, which is the soul, it has a pattern. And that pattern is the blueprint to your physical appearance, which is unique to just you, and your voice, which is unique to just you. And of course, your fingerprint, or the print of your body, which is unique to you, is the image of the vibration itself. So, try to grasp. I'm about to explain the soul. Hopefully you guys are following. I want to say this before I finish, because a lot of you guys get lost in your envy and whatever problems y'all have. Whatever images or short videos or anything that I ever show you, it's always me showing you the simple things. A lot of y'all, like I said, you're lost in your envy, and that you're blinded by it, but I always make sure I try to show y'all me in my leisure moments. The moments nobody would truly see, like me sitting here right now. This is not a moment y'all would really see. And so you get my point. Ever so often I try to show y'all my leisure moments. You see me walking on the beach. I'm just coming from the store getting juice. I do this almost every morning. You get it? But if you're coming in here with the wrong perspective, like I said, y'all make up y'all own storylines. Kind of dumb yourselves out with it. But if you come in here and you get the wrong perspective, like I said, I'm just showing my leisure moments. The simple things in life. You know, the things that's all around y'all that y'all ignore because y'all think like material values, you know, hold some sort of worth, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, when you tune in here, I'm the wise servant of nature. I'm not a rapper. I'm not I'm a sex symbol. I don't no, I'm just I'm a sex symbol, so I don't want to hold you. I'm sexy, but anything that have to do with Babylon, you don't have to clock me in on it. You've been coming long enough to kind of get that through the brain. I do my nature thing. Even if I'm right in the middle of a city, I can still find the nature in it, like wherever the nature is. That's where it's at. But when you tune in here, try to make sure you get, you know, the glory, the jewels. Now, peace and wisdom, page E3, you're welcome. Now, like I said, when you're dealing with the fingerprint or the print of your body, which is unique to yourself, that is the literal image of the vibration within you. The vibration within you, this is your literal soul. So your soul is a vibration that has a pattern, and it has the ability to make sound. Of course, a vibration can raise, and as that vibration is raising, you will hear the sound. So you can look at it like the soul is silent, but it is a vibration and it holds a pattern. And that pattern is the blueprint to the appearance of the person when the soul manifests out. So when this vibration, which is the soul, manifests out, the blueprint being in the pattern, the vibration will have the ability to make sound and be silent still. You get it? And the pattern itself manifesting out to your appearance. So everybody has their own vibration, and their vibration has a pattern. That pattern is specific to why they look how they look, and their look is distinct just to them. And their sound as well, which is their voice, is unique to just them. This is all stemming from the soul, which is a vibration. And like I said, that vibration has a print or a pattern. And of course, your fingerprint is the literal image of the vibration. Of course, when the vibration manifests out physically, so it appears as you do. But sorry, I'm adjusting my sounds. Now, I'm not sure if you guys ever noticed this, but when you're dealing with instruments, they're made in the image of the note. They're made in the image of musical notes. The musical notes are the sounds. So the musical instrument is made in the image of the sound. An example, a saxophone is made in the shape of an eighth note. An eighth note being a sound. The symbol of an eighth note looks like a saxophone. You have, what what is that called? A treble clef note? The treble clef note looks like a cello, or the big cello. I forgot what it's called. The bass, the big bass. Forget. But all instruments are made in the shape of the notes being the sounds. I'm saying that so you can grasp why they say sound is the creator. All physical things that you see are manifesting from their sound being their soul. So the instrument is the physical sound manifested in perspective. Now, in regards to you, it's the same. Your soul is a vibration, a bubble of air, let's say. But it holds a vibration. That vibration has a pattern. The pattern of that vibration is the blueprint of the appearance the person will have when that soul manifests physically. The pattern within that blueprint will also, the pattern within the vibration will also be the blueprint of the sound, meaning the voice or the tone of the person's voice. In that, this is why they say sound is the creator, because everything you see, everything that you see here makes it sound. A dog, a monkey, a cat, human. It all has its own distinct tone of voice, its own print as well, like that. If you strip all of that down and bring it all back to the beginnings, it would just be a vibration, which is the soul. That soul is an inhale, exhale, meaning the breath. Your breath, your breathing in and out, this is coming from the vibration within you that I'm speaking of, which is your soul. Your lungs are not breathing in and out, and you're not thinking about breathing in and out. It's just happening. This is because the soul that you are, which is the breath, which is to say like in bubble of air, that's a vibration. It has the capabilities of making sound if it can manifest out physically. This soul or vibration. Shalom. I'm sorry, someone just texted. But this soul or vibration is like a bubble of air that has the capabilities to make sound if it manifests physically. But this bubble of air or vibration, which is your soul, it breathes, meaning it is air, and it pulsates in and out. Now your physical, you get it? You view it as the breath is pulling air in from the outer world and pushing air out of the body. But that's not truly what's happening. The soul within you is just pulsating. It is airs. So it pulsates in and pulsates out. Because it's airs, do you get it? Air goes and comes. This is the tide of the soul. Just like this water right before us. It has a tide. It comes and goes. This is the beginnings of the balance of life. Before night and day. Before the horizon. Now, the soul, like I said, is the inhale, exhale that you do. All aspects of self that are the airs. So your voice is the exhale, or the extension of it. Of course, your ears have to do with the inhale. Are you receiving in airs, which is somebody else's sound? Usually that breath is a little hot, so it smells like doo-doo. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. Now, like I said, the inhale, exhale, evolves into the unconscious and consciousness. So the inhale is the in, the exhale is the going out. The unconscious is the inhale, or the bringing in of the awareness. And of course, the consciousness is like the exhale, the blowing out. But everything we're speaking about is the airs of self. We're not speaking of the physical aspects of self. So this is why the soul, in the Far East, the soul is known as the ATMAN. But in any culture you can think of, its description is the breath. And this is what's meant by that. It's not for you to get lost on your own breathing, but the actual breath of self, all the aspects of the air. So like I said, the inhale, exhale of self, this evolves into the unconscious and consciousness. And of course, that inhale, exhale, it evolves into the sound and the silence of self. The silence of self is the receiving in the sound. This is your ears, basically. Well, we're speaking before physical, so we're speaking of the capabilities of the thing. All the capabilities being with the thing before it's physical, but we're speaking of the soul, as I said. If you guys are not following, let me know. Matthew Brewer said, since the government has your fingerprints, does that mean they have the pattern of your soul? Your fingerprint is the pattern or the vibrational pattern of your soul. Now, where was I at? The soul. And explaining to you guys what it is in regards to it being described as the breath, the airs of self. Of course, you have the substance of self. This is the spirit, or the yolky substance within the spine. You know, we all started out as seminal fluid. White fluid mixed with the red fluid, that's menses blood and seminal fluid. Or sperm and egg cell, and then you get my point. The yolky ether within. This is the substance of self, not the blood. The white gooey yolk, you know, from the Father, that thing. Everybody you see, they came from the Father, their own. But as that white, milky, thick, honey-looking substance, you know, the milk and honey. That's what they're speaking of when they say, like, the land of milk and honey. They're saying, like, where does that white, thick substance? It's thick like honey, but it's white. We talking about seminal fluid. This is not a sexual conversation, so if you're too immature, please move along. But if you ever heard that phrase, the gods are in the land of milk and honey or something like that, they're speaking of where seminal fluid comes from. Now, seminal fluid comes from orgasm. Orgasm is bliss. Or in the Far East teachings, nirvana. That's heaven. So they're basically saying orgasm is heaven, and the milk and honey, since it comes from there, that must be the land of it. And so you get. But we all have a spirit. That's the substance of self. And then, of course, we have the physical body or the matter. So this is your airs. That's the soul, the breath and all of that. Damn, I thought something was creeping up on me. I think there's souls out here. So people. And souls out here, blood. I know I just felt something. Just sat right next to me, blood. Gotta go. I got to go. Man, tough and scared. Can I get the likes? Can we get the likes up a little bit? Now, like I said, you have the airs of self. This is the soul. This is the inhale, exhale, the unconscious, or consciousness, or the sound and silence of self. This is all the aspects that are the airs of self. This is the soul. Like I said, that soul has a vibrational pattern. It has a vibration, and that vibration has a pattern. And of course, that pattern is revealed or protrudes through the flesh as the print. But that's just to give you a little understanding on your soul. Now, of course, you have the spirit aspect of self. Like I said, that's the ether, what I was just explaining, the milk and honey thing. And then you have the matter. These are the three aspects of self. But we're dealing with the soul. The sound, meaning the soul is a sound. This sound is emerging from a vibration. So the soul is a vibration. When you get to the sound, of course, you're physical. So dream, unconscious, all of that's silent. Physical has sound. The flesh has sound. But the vibration of the sound is the soul. That's what holds the pattern. That's what makes for the blueprint of what the person is going to look like, sound like, so on and so forth. I have a light. A whole street light. Oh. I should just end the video. Dealing with y'all, man. Dealing with y'all and y'all foolishness, man. Can I get a grown-up crowd in here eventually at some point? Sure would appreciate it. Make sure you got a job, too. Income of some sort. Now, where was I at? Before becoming a Lord. Like I said, the soul is the sound, meaning your sound is coming directly from the soul. So is your inhale, exhale. So is your thinking mind and your unconscious mind. All of these things being emanations of the soul. The soul being the vibration of these things, or the vibration that the sound emerges from. That's what holds the pattern, which makes for the blueprint of your appearance and your unique sound. And this is why they say sound is the creator. Because we are all sounds that manifest physically. Like I said, we all have our own unique sound. We all have our own unique fingerprint. And we have our own unique appearance. And all of this lies with the soul, which is the vibrational pattern of self. Now, you have many different sounds here. Dogs, cats, monkeys, men. Monkey sound is different from man sound. Man sound different from dog sound. Dog sound different from cat sound. The sound that manifests as a dog is the god of dogs, meaning dogs have their own god. The sound that manifests as all the men you see, that sound is their god. Same with cats. The sound, remember, the sound is emerging from a vibration. The vibration has a pattern. And the blueprint, meaning that pattern, is the blueprint of the appearance of the creature. Do you follow? Cats are the manifestation of a specific sound. Now, of course, they all have their own unique vibration coming from this sound, but they're all coming from the sound. The sound itself is the god over cats. So it's the same with dogs. Remember, all things you see are sound manifested. The gods are not the manifestation, but we all come from a source sound. That sound being the blueprint of the appearance. Like I said, the sound is emerging from a vibration. That vibration has a pattern. That pattern sets the blueprint for how men will look. So it's the same with the sound that all dogs are manifesting from. The sound has a vibration, and the vibration has a pattern, and that pattern is the blueprint to how all dogs will look. Now the one dog, you get it? All is manifesting out in its own time. So you get it? Everybody has their own unique pattern, but overall it's coming from specific sound. The sound itself being the God over the species, so to say. So to give you a perspective, sound has a vibrational pattern, and that is the soul. We are all the same soul, our vibrational pattern manifested out in different moments of time, all coming from that source vibration, which is a sound. That sound being the God or the creator over all that manifests in regards to the specific sound. So you have many different gods. You have the God over dogs, the God over cats, the God over men. These gods being sounds. These sounds being souls. Meaning they have a vibrational pattern. They inhale, exhale. They have a consciousness and unconsciousness. And all of our consciousness is a speck or a part of that source, which is never seen, but it's the sound or the God over the species. Now the point I'm making is those are the Satans. The Satan is over the physical world. In that way, there's many Satans depending on the life form we're speaking of. If you're speaking of men, their God is the L sound. La 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 la. Whether you're saying Allah or whether you're saying the Christian God El, which is the spelling of the letter L, that sound, that note is the Satan. That's why the Satan is called the lie. La 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 la. The L sound. Now before all these gods of sounds, you know, depending on the creature, before all these gods of sound, you have the silence, which is whole. This is true God. This is where all the sounds or Satans are coming from. And of course, all the physical creatures you see are the emanations or manifestations of these sounds, or these gods. But do you get my point? That's why I said God is silent. The flesh speaks. But that may have went over a lot of you guys' head. But hopefully y'all grasp this lesson that I'm giving y'all, because this is really $1 million scholarship, meaning everything I'm saying is the truth. Hopefully you have enough intellect to grasp, you know, the skill in what I do, the understanding that I have in regards to life and all things in it. And so this is where y'all get sound is the creator. Every person in life that has a God, that's in a religion, their God is basically the L sound, whether it's the spelling of the L, you know, E-L, that's how you would spell the letter, or whether you just sound out the letter, la 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 la. Allah is just like saying the la. Or whether you say it like ancient Hebrews used to say, like Ella. Same thing. La sound. But this is why I say, you know, well, even if you're a religious person, your religion tells you that everybody in the world worships the devil and gonna be tricked. by the Satan, so to say. So this is why I tell you, y'all worship the devil or Satan, but y'all don't understand it. Overall, this is a self thing, because God and Satan is within self, meaning sound and silence. So understanding is everything. It's getting a little cold. I may have to go in a minute. But like I said, before all these different sounds, which are like the blueprint of all the different life forms you see, these sounds being the God over these physical life forms. Like I said, if you were a cat, cats do have a God that they believe in. I guess some of them don't, I don't know, but all life forms have something over them that, whatever you speaking of in life, it ain't create the life itself. So there's always the thought. If you don't know animals think, then all I could tell you is like try to attack one of them, so you can see how it like runs away from you. Meaning it has a brain to know you a threat. You have to have intellect to know that. Go look at an animal kill another one, so you can see the intellect and skill in the thing. Because most humans, they think like animals don't have consciousness. I don't know what the hell you smoking. They smart as hell. I tried to catch one day. That shit broke my ankles. Excuse my language. But it shook me up real good like a football player. I fell and stuff. I learned that day. I said, nah, those animals could think. He knew to go left. Like, you gotta have a brain to make decisions like, I'm gonna go left because he gonna come from the right. So I'm giving you that example. So whatever animal you think don't have a brain or a conscience, oh, it does. Even if you're speaking of a bird, when birds doodle on your head, they do that on purpose. It's their glory. Like, they love doing that. And sometimes when you get doodled on, you kind of feel it like, yo, they did that on purpose. You kind of get a feeling like, yo, I know. I seen him he was trying to get me, but I blew it off, then he got me. They do that on purpose. I don't know what it is about, excuse my language, shitting on people, but birds get a kick out of that. It's like, if they get one last wish before they die, it's like that. Like, can I soar the sky and shit on a human? Can I soar the sky and take a dump on a human one last time? They don't even want to eat, just doodle like on a human. But like I said, you have all these gods over the different life forms. These gods being, the different sounds. These gods being your Satans over the physical. Before all these Satans or these gods, you have true God, which is when everything is merged or whole. This is the silence that all sound is emerging from to be individual. So you have all the individual sounds. That's the God over all the different physical creatures. But before all that individuality, so you get it, all is whole, all is silent, all is knowing. Like, y'all talk because y'all don't know. Like, and those that know, they talk because they have to explain it. It's like a kid. The kid run their mouth all day because they don't know nothing. And then the parents got to run their mouth a little bit because they got to explain things to the kid. In that, you get it? If all is all-knowing already, meaning if everybody knows everything already and there's nothing y'all are trying to figure out, do you get it? What is there to truly say? Nothing. In that, do you get it? All is silent. Like I said, the wiser you get, you can kind of see through people. So if we were all true fair and balanced in our ways. You get my point? We wouldn't need to speak to each other as often as we do. We would already know, like, if this person feel this way or that way. And you get my point? It's like a knowing. You don't have to have the conversation. You already, whoever has a problem with me, I already know they problem with me. They're just wrong. You get it? So they haven't figured out how to get their way the wrong way. This is impossible, but this is how man is. Like, he has pride, ego. This is Shaw. He has pride and ego. So you say, I don't care if I'm wrong. I want to be right. So I have to figure this out. So this is how y'all carry on in life. Never just, grasping the present. This is everything. This is the whole life, the present. Peace and wisdom, Raunchy Juice. I didn't know that was you, my girl, under that name. Yeah, bird doodle is good luck under stereotypes or superstitions, I mean. But in regards to reality, bird shit on the head's just bird shit on the head, It's green and white, it's disgusting. I remember when I was young, a bird had doodled on my sister, so she wipes it on this little boy. My sister was so bad. I don't even think she realized it. Man, my sister was bad, my nigga, but not in an evil way, just like simple-minded. Simple-minded like hell. So I'm her little brother. She's chilling with her friend, and her friend has her little brother. Her little brother's a little slow. So the bird doodles on my sister. My sister wipes it off herself and kind of wipes it on his face, like, So the sister got mad. The little boy was slow. He didn't even say nothing. He just had bird doodle dripping off the side of his face. So, like, it just made me think of that. Like, it wasn't no good luck there. It could have got nasty because of that bird doodle. That was bad luck. Like, that wasn't good. Now, like I said, before all those sounds are Satan's. These is the gods over all the physical life forms. You have the whole or the silence. This is true God. This is where all is truly coming from before it gets lost into its individuality and itself, so to say. This is the ego. This is where y'all have the ability to make yourselves right even if y'all wrong. See things from the inaccurate perspective and still feel like it don't matter. And this is how y'all ruin y'all life. Meaning if you're young and you're in the streets, you have that pride or that ego. This has nothing to do with you thinking you're all that. That's shallow brain talk. We talking about that thing that make you kind of do what you do. Sell your dope, do whatever you want to do, and you get my point? And you let that pride or that ego grow. This is where you get to the point where you start harming yourself, but you don't realize it. Meaning putting yourself in circumstances where you may have to do life in jail, or get shot, or go through anything that will put you through pain, but you look at it as a glory. Kind of like a soldier. If a soldier's shot in the war, he kind of wear that badge of honor, like, blood, I took one, But this is not good. You have a fucking family. Why are you doing that? Why are y'all fighting and going to war anyway? But you get it? Once the mind is gone into the ego, do you get it? You can literally drag yourself to the lowest places or put yourself in the worst conditions, but wear it as a badge of honor, where you don't necessarily look at it that way until maybe it's brought to your attention, depending on how far gone the ego is. But the ego has to do with that, the aspect of yourself that can make you feel like you're right even when you're not. So, even if a guy comes through the neighborhood and shoots up the neighborhood, he happened to hit a little girl, He not gonna go to the cops and be like, yeah, he like, nah, it's her fault, parents' fault. He gonna blame it on whoever he want. He gonna justify himself. This is the ego that's allowing him to do that. This is what's meant by the ego must be killed, or we must conquer our ego. It's to say, like, that's what interferes with us seeing straight and getting the right perspective of life and having the accurate understanding of life. Meaning, whatever ignorance you hold in regards to your understanding life, it has to do with your ego. Your ego being the ability to make yourself feel like you're right, or you know, even when you don't. Do a person dirty, anything you could think of, be unfair with somebody. This is the ego. In regards to like how y'all view ego as arrogance or confidence, be as arrogant and confident as you can, because you're seeing the results of humility and insecurity. Meaning we living out the most insecure times you could think of. This is why everything you see is how it is. Y'all are insecure. Y'all have no confidence. Now y'all don't have that much talent, but you get my I mean, you're gonna build your confidence up off of works, but you need talents to work. And y'all just run y'all mouth all day. In that, you get my point? Y'all lacking a little confidence, because y'all ain't truly ever did nothing but run the mouth. You might be a boxing teacher online right now, but you never had a fist fight. You get it? That's how this generation y'all are. But y'all forget the generation before y'all, which is me. You know, my generation. We're positive y'all didn't come out. You get it? And that is weird. Like, man, they talking like it's two different lives. It's like if you young and I tell you, man, your OG is a clown. So you looking at me like, man, you a clown. I'm 42, your OG's 35. That's 7 years younger than me. Where do you think he was when I was 25? And he was 18. That part. He was standing right there. He knew better than he watched his mouth, and he ain't come outside. Like I said, he's a bozo, just like you. That's what the young don't get. Y'all get lost in y'all own big homies. Y'all forget, man, y'all big homies was around when all the 40-year-olds was around. When the 40-year-olds moved out the way and decided they want to do something else, then you get my point? Then let the second stringer step up. But remember, these second stringers was around the whole time. That part. And that y'all think is two different realities. The young don't realize we created y'all reality. We are y'all creators. We y'all daddies and y'all mothers. But y'all be quick to try to tell us something like, no, it's like this. And you don't understand the times. We understand the times. We made the times like this. We trying to fix it. But y'all don't listen. Like I said, y'all think y'all know better than us. So y'all be like trying to argue with us, forgetting like they was here already. The joke's on us. Like, whatever we making up or saying, it don't really matter. They already did it. I don't know how to explain it. You have to just grasp if you can. But in regards to the soul and, you know, all the gods over physical, they all come from the source, which is the whole. This is where you get silence from. I'm sorry, there was a boat pulling up on me, but I don't know where it went. I keep my eye on things out here, you know? There's raccoons and all kind of things out here. It's not like the city or nothing. A coyote could just dive on my back right now. All raccoons, they're a little soft. I ain't gonna lie, raccoons is a little cowardly. They be running a lot, but they greedy. I like them, but you know, most people in the neighborhood don't. You know, Babylon people don't like animals. They like pets. fake animals. GMO'd animals, they like that. And so, like I said, when you're dealing with the soul, it goes deeper. I wanted to go into the whole that, all the gods over the physical are coming from. These are your sounds. But I'm a little bit too cold, so I'm about to depart. Hopefully you guys grasp. Those of y'all that's not channel members, make sure you join the channel. This video is going to be on, I don't know. I forget which. It's going to be for second level channel members and up. But it's best you just get the highest level membership so you can see every video that you want. Of course, you'll have 30 days to dive in. So I'm sure you can get your $50 worth. That's the highest levels price. You can go back down to 10, 5, 20, whatever. Dive in for the month. Get all you can get out of it. It's your main man, Wise Solace. Salam, shalom.